Happy holidays, folks. Back with another Christmas music reaction, and back with one more version of the Wexford Carol. This one comes from Vera's Christmas Joy and Peace collection, specifically part of the Peace side of the selected playlist, and it's performed by Alison Krauss, a singer I'm not familiar with, and Yo-Yo Ma, a cellist I am very familiar with. And yeah, Yo-Yo Ma is an artist that goes back to my youth. My dad, who's very much into classical music and had a lot of CDs that were from the 80s and 90s. So when I was growing up, those were a lot of the recordings I was hearing. He is a big fan of Yo-Yo Ma, and so a number of his cello concertos and so on would have Yo-Yo Ma as the soloist. So I have heard his playing a lot over the years. People who've been on my Patreon may remember, or since the beginning may remember, the very first video I ever uploaded to Patreon, other than I think an introductory video, was a music video essentially for Yo-Yo Ma's performance of the prelude of Bach's Cello Suite. Now I eventually took it down because it was in the very early days of me doing screen recordings and I didn't have the volume levels right, and the mic audio sounded like it was buried under 8,000 pillows. You could barely hear me talking. But that does make me think it's one that I want to redo, and even though it's not overtly a Christmas tune, the video has this very joy on earth and goodwill to peoples of all different places and communities. So I think I may do that as part of the video reactions for Christmas that I'm going to be doing in the next 10, 12 or so days. In any case, yes, back to this performance. I'm very keen to hear, of course, Yo-Yo Ma's cello, but also to hear how Ms. Krauss sounds and how this may be similar to or different from the other versions of the Wexford Carol I've just heard. So let's give it a listen. This is Alison Krauss and Yo-Yo Ma performing the Wexford Carol, which is part of a Joy and Peace Christmas playlist provided by Vera.
Ready?
Maybe we'll get it on the first pass.
Maybe, if you're lucky. You'd be so lucky. We'd be so lucky.
Good people, this Christmas time, consider well and bear in mind what our good God for us has done in sending
interesting to hear a fade out. I wonder if because that sounds like a live performance, but yeah, I wonder how much longer that might have gone. Either way, it's a bigger arrangement than I expected. I suppose I did just expect it to be one cello and one voice, but I think we also have a violin or a fiddle in there. There's some drums and percussion. There's multiple pipes, and I don't know if those were the Uilleann pipes or maybe like the full bagpipes, because I did notice the drone sound a bit more. But yeah, a really lovely and lush rendering of it, and I enjoyed that bit of comedy on the front end. The like, you'd be so lucky, I'd be so lucky, we'd be so lucky to get it in one, which I assume was Yo-Yo Ma. Either way, yeah, a really beautiful performance, and she has a stunning voice, absolutely stunning voice, and a couple moments where I had this thought that like, it's not the same voice as Lorena, but it's the kind of arrangement I wouldn't be surprised to hear Lorena McKenna do, so I guess it reminded me most of the 3 other versions I've heard so far of Lorena's, but yeah, very beautiful and very rich sonically as well. So yeah, I have a new favorite carol. It's the Wexford Carol. So yeah, looking forward to perhaps in future holiday seasons, maybe another one in this holiday season, though in the moment I think that might be all the versions I have. Nevertheless, I am keen to hear more. Do let me know what you think of this performance, and I will see you next time. Peace.